Welcome back. Oh, welcome back to Grandma Worldwide. Wait.
Welcome back to Ground Worldwide Radio. It's been a little while for James. This is Jay Skyline and James Worldwide over here. Yes, we're switching
Worldwide for today.
switching it up for him this year. It's the first 10. You know it's unfiltered here, and it's we're gonna get into some other stuff before we get into my misery. So first and foremost, we're gonna talk about 21 Savage, and the real thing that everybody cared about yesterday by the time everything ended. 21 Savage.
Yeah. Out here.
Shooting blokes.
Blokes.
out here chiefing with this tea and crumpets, apparently.
I got a bunch of red coats about to shoot you down.
Yo, that was the best one. That was the best meme I could ever find. Because y'all know, I've only made one actual meme. I find everything else for y'all to follow me for my memes. I'm not out here taking credit for making memes. There's one person that posts memes in a way that I can't give him credit. So there's one person that I'm not saying the name of right now. But everybody else gets their credit. So, but that red coats meme, my God. Because first thing, everybody fucked with that line. And then whenever I was like, oh, that and there was another line that said Shouty 5'5", and then there was somebody that posted the Wikipedia page of the Queen, who's also 5'5".
Oh, get out of here. Yo. Damn.
It was something like I'll do anything for my Shouty, she's 5'5", or something like that. And just the fact that the Queen's height was the same. Like those were the two that I was just like, oh my. Like, how do you feel about 21 Savage not being American?
I'm pretty betrayed. I thought he claimed land. I was like, hold up, wait. He's not even from America. I mean, what? Maybe he was about 13 when he got here, but still, like, yeah. I was thinking he came.
No. This is where I have my issue with people, because some people, the man on the other side of the table that's not talking, that's gonna be holding up clipboards most of the show, does not count Wiz Khalifa's from Pittsburgh. Wiz Khalifa showed up here around the same age.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been defending 21 Savage's Atlantaness from being here since 11. Or not 11, 13. I think it was 13. Mm-hmm. So, what is it? Are we calling him a Brit, a red coat, a Benedict Arnold? Or is he an ATL born, ho type shit?
Not born. You can't. Well, hold on. You can't.
Okay, well, let me phrase that. ATL bred.
He's ATL adapted.
Yeah, he's adapted to the ATL lifestyle. Yeah.
Okay, Ritz. Yep. That's a white rapper from Atlanta who has a lot of hair, except basically, yeah, y'all have the same look. He has some cousins from the city. I do know that.
Okay.
From Pittsburgh, I mean.
Oh, I was like, I don't know. Him coming, how do you feel? Do you cool with it?
I don't have as much issue. My whole issue is the idea that nobody could get you re-upped on your green card, because he was only here 1 year legally.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know how, that was cold. I'll take that. That was cold. So again, just the idea that he's about to get deported to the UK.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. I don't even, does he got people still out there?
Yeah, his family. Apparently they found his fraternal father or whatever.
Oh, all right. Huh.
No.
So I mean, I guess him and Big Shaq can run a song together.
Oh, no, I need the Slick Rick collabo. Fuck Big Shaq. You just out here making jokes. I need the Slick Rick collabo. Who's the other dude that Drake be talking about all the time? Fuck. I need the Daylight collabo. Isn't Daylight? No, Daylight's West Coast. My bad. Daylight be weird enough that he makes me think he's from UK sometimes.
I'm not too sure. So you don't even want Big Shaq. You don't like him like that?
No, man. You like Big Shaq?
I think it's funny. I enjoy the beat. The music's nice. I mean, not really much concept. I mean, it's like Mountain's Not Hot, you know. It's.
I understand that a lot of people don't like UK rap, but the fact that like is it like, would you say that's your second favorite UK rapper?
Well, now 21 Savage would be then. I mean, I got Slick as one, I guess, and 21's my number two. What you talking about? So, I mean, that's where I'm going to run it now.
So Big Shaq's your three?
We'll have to reconsider that.
Okay, that was some news for me. That was some definite news for me. So in other news,
You think? But you think anybody did it? You think like the Bone Thugs were like, "Fuck it, we can't make good
no,
music."
these are just memes, man. I think this is just the luck of the draw. I don't understand what ICE is doing out here at this point because I just found out recently that ICE is also getting illegal immigrants from India, and I didn't know that one was a new one too. So, in other rap news, since we've been gone, Tekashi 6ix9ine, there's been a lot of news about him snitching and letting everybody know about people's affiliations and who shot who and who tried to shoot Chief Keef. Basically, he out here rolling, and people have been turning on him. I found out earlier and I'm not saying it's okay, because I've made this conversation clear that if you choose to be about this life, then you can't snitch. If you get caught up with somebody who's about this life and they made a mistake of bringing somebody who is not about this life with them, that's your fault. But I do not. If Tekashi came out here and made it seem like he was about this life, you can't be out here snitching. Now, I did find out something. The feds apparently played tape recording of his baby mom and I think the dude's name is Shuda or something like that, the dude that's like running the gang or whatever from behind the scenes. And basically it was like them two, it wasn't porn or audio porn, but it was close enough. And I'm not saying, like I said, I don't think you should fold. I don't think that should be the reason you fold. How do you feel about that new information?
He shouldn't. Bobby murdered himself. Come on, he kind of got himself caught up on this shit. Judge was telling him stop saying this shit in music. You know, he just pretty much set himself up. You know, 6ix9ine. He had 2-year run.
It wasn't even 2. It was 2 years to people that carried it. I wasn't paying attention for basically the entire thing. up until like the very end, like it was basically like I just recently started listening to him. I think in October.
Oh wow!
Like not listening to him as a fan, but like just listening to see what he was saying. And it was like a song or two I was cool with. At first, I was okay with the Get the Strap joint with 50 Cent and Uncle Murder and all them. Until literally the only verses that are good after I've listened to it enough is Uncle Murder and Casanova, which I've actually become more of a Casanova fan recently. He's unique. He's different than other New York rappers. But 6ix9ine, also he got his hair cut. They cut his hair finally. He has like this weird military haircut, but the top of it's like still the same colors that it was dyed.
Oh shit!
So it's like this weird just mix. So
that's funny.
So yeah, that's how that went on that front. But yeah, like I said, with that, again, I don't think you should still be snitching. But again, that's a new news. That's emotional news that can get somebody to fold. If you're not strong, that'll make you fold. Also, this was some information that happened around the same time as the game yesterday, so it might not have gotten as much attention. RIP to the 2 people in the plane that crashed in Yorba Linda, California. Apparently crashed into some homes. It was a pretty graphic scene when I found the footage of it. It's on the page. But yeah, man, like I said, there was something that wasn't spoken about a lot yesterday, so I want to give a quick shout out to that. Also, big news. Remember last year where the team forfeited a game against Clarendon?
Wait, oh yeah.
Well, that team already is back. They basically took that team off the schedule because they were supposed to play them again this year. So Clarendon was given the free reign to go find an opponent.
Oh, really?
And guess who said they would play?
El Guapo?
Yes, sir. Game week 0, August 24th, 6 p.m. Season opener in Clarendon. The trifecta will end because both teams won games on the opposite field the first 2 times. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think it was home field. Either way, they both won a game. So this will be the third game to be the tiebreaker out.
Who was the team that went out?
What do you mean?
Who didn't who opted out?
Oh, fuck! I forget who was the team that opted out. Yeah, we'll have to find that, but yeah, because I don't have that.
I mean, that's a pretty sorry team. I mean, they're like
but apparently they're a team that will only have like 2 or 3 people to play as reserves, and they don't play in the same. They don't play in Whitfield. They're in another part of the state. But they didn't have enough players to be playing, and they're not good. Like I'm assuming this is either
give them what we want. We want these good games.
I was saying I'd rather have this game anyway, and I'd rather have this game early in the season because before they're having these games like in October, which the problem with having this game in October is this game doesn't matter to these 2 teams in a way where in October these 2 teams are playing for playoff positions.
Yeah,
this game doesn't matter for that.
Yeah,
because you know how like college, if the conference record is how you get to the title game for conference. It doesn't matter about the grand scheme. If you play out of conference games, like you could lose 4 out of conference games. If you win out in conference, you're the conference champion.
Yeah.
That's the same thing in high school. So if Clarendon and Aliquippa are not even in the same single A, triple A, quad A. They're not in the same in that. Like Aliquippa's triple A, Clarendon single A. So they're not even playing in the same divisions. So their games don't matter. So playing the first game of the season is the best case scenario because everybody's healthy, and that's the game where everybody wants to prove that they're dope. So because before they both played their other games in October, which just made no sense.
Let's hope for a good game then. August 24th, catch it. But we can wrap up the first 10 here on Grind Mode Worldwide Radio.
Is it for 10 up already? Okay.
And we were just going a little overtime, but we gonna go ahead and what? We gonna go for some 3 points? What?
No, we're going straight into the regular thing.
Oh, we
the 3
going
points
straight
is
in?
at the end always.
Oh. Oh.
I know the first 10's over, so we about to get straight into this NFL.
Oh, you're just going right into NFL.
Oh yeah, I told you the NFL. The NBA will be at the end. The NBA will be the cool down because I don't care as much.
You cooling down with trades.
Actually, I do want to get one last thing off of the 21 story real quick. Little Boozy ethered Demi Lovato for apparently no reason. Demi Lovato just said the best thing about the day was the 21 Savage memes, not the Super Bowl. And Boozy decided to air out his feelings about Demi Lovato. I feel like you felt this way about Demi Lovato before this. This was a really bad excuse to do this because I just don't think Demi Lovato did anything wrong. It wasn't like Demi Lovato said what we said. What we said was kind of fucked up. The jokes we were making about this were more fucked up than Demi Lovato just saying that. And this is what Boozy said. Was it funny when social media was calling you a career junkie a couple months back? You laughing? Well, we laughing at junkies in the hood. Shake my head. Heroin, a hell of a drug, baby. You've been a junkie since Disney. End quote.
End quote.
There's a bunch of emojis in there too, but I ain't doing all that. This ain't the emoji movie.
Tongue based. I don't know. Yeah,